Happy Fiverr Friday, Fiverr sellers! In this video, let's talk about your thumbnails because they're really important for making sales on Fiverr. And I have some really important information to tell you about the dimensions of your thumbnail. My name is Susan Fouche. I'm a top-rated Fiverr seller. I have been a Fiverr seller since early 2020, and I honestly absolutely did not mean to do this, but within 24 months, I was able to make six figures on Fiverr as a freelancer. You heard that correctly. $100,000 on Fiverr. I really honestly didn't even think that would happen ever in my wildest dreams. So if you follow me and if you follow my advice and techniques, this video will help you reach your first six figures on Fiverr too. I release new Fiverr videos every single Friday, so be sure to subscribe for new content every single week. This video is for any Fiverr seller out there, no matter what service you sell. The services I happen to sell are voiceovers. That's why I sit in front of a microphone all day long. But my 6 steps to 6 figures on Fiverr applies to all Fiverr sellers. And I will cover those 6 steps in depth just a bit later in this video. But for now, let's talk about your thumbnails. All right, I need to show you something. I need to confess something to you. I have been talking about how important thumbnails are, and oh my gosh, look at my thumbnail. When I log out of Fiverr and I go and look at it on a different browser and I search for myself, this is what I see. And you'll notice that my thumbnail is off center. You can't read some of the words. The S in Susan is cut off. This is unacceptable. And the reason why I didn't realize this was that, I'll show you another screenshot that I took. When I actually go into my Fiverr account and I look at it, my thumbnail looks totally fine. It looks like centered, it looks totally fine, but it's not. And the reason is that I didn't know what the dimensions for the thumbnail actually was. I just assumed it was your regular thumbnail for YouTube. Well, it's not. So here's the dimensions for the Fiverr thumbnail. It's actually 712 by 430 pixels. 712 by 430 pixels. And I'll show you in just a second in Canva how to get those dimensions. But you're going to want to set those. Now, I went ahead and redid everything, redid my thumbnail, and redid my video. And so it actually fits. So I'll show you what that looks like now. Here it is, and it looks so much better. You can actually see it. It all fits. Now, there's one thing about thumbnails that you do need to know. Fiverr gives you a video that you can have at the very beginning, and then Fiverr also gives you 3 extra thumbnails that you can utilize to sell your services. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I recommend you using different thumbnails throughout. So your video and your first thumbnail need to be the same because that's kind of just how Fiverr works. So here is my video right here. That's my video thumbnail. And then when I go next, here's my regular thumbnail, and it fits. Here's my second thumbnail, which is just more information for the buyer to read about me, the top 5 reasons to hire me. And the next thing is about do you need help writing your phone script? Hey, I can help, whatever. So I do recommend that you utilize these different thumbnails. But use the dimensions that I just told you about, though, when you're actually creating your thumbnails. Let's go into Canva, and I'll show you how to create a thumbnail in Canva that will fit these dimensions. All right, so in Canva, it's canva.com. This is the application, the that most people use. It's online. You can use it for free. You can buy a subscription. I do have a subscription with it, but you don't necessarily have to have a subscription to use this. But this is what a lot of the freelancers use to create the, little thumbnails that they're doing themselves. So to create your thumbnail with those specific dimensions, just go over here on the right. You'll see custom size and go ahead and click on that. And then you're just going to type in those same dimensions. Again, it's 712 by 430. So the width is 712 pixels. The height is 430 pixels. And then just create new design. And there you have it. Now, I want to recommend one thing also. If you'll notice, I've got this margin around my thumbnail. Let me show you how to put that in. You'll want that just as a reference so you don't go outside of that. If you do go outside of that margin, in Fiverr, it will cut it off. So you want to stay within this margin right here. And the way to get that margin is if you go into File over here on the left-hand side, File, and then just kind of go down and you'll see Show Margins. Just make sure that is checked. If it's not checked, just go ahead and click it so it will check it. And then I also think it's a good idea to have the rulers and the guides shown as well, just so you can kind of just see what's going on. And I always have those two things checked. But you will want to stay within those margins. And here's what my thumbnails look like. Whoops. So as you can see, I stay within the margins. My face is within the margins. And, again, I always say that like your thumbnail, it needs to tell a story. It needs to tell a story about what your product, what your service does. Here's my order now, and I actually took that off. But I have my top 5 reasons to hire me with a smiley face. And then I added the script writing thing. Just need help, ask me, I can do it. Yes. Again, everything is within these margins right here. Just want to make sure that you keep it within the margins. And I actually could probably even move the text over just a bit as well. I'll probably do that a little bit later. But that is how we do that on Canva. Now, let me show you another thing about thumbnails. And this is really important because a lot of our buyers are doing their business over their phone. So I want to show you what the thumbnails look like on the phone. And this is just another really good reason to make sure that you have the right dimensions on your thumbnail. Because if you don't, it's going to look distorted. Your thumbnails will look distorted on your buyer's phone. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the phone thumbnails look like. All right, so when I do a search, when I log out of Fiverr and I go here, this is what I get. And I can see here I am, but you'll notice some of these thumbnails are distorted because they're not the right dimension. So make sure that you do have the correct dimension on your thumbnail, or it will end up looking distorted on the seller's phone. And remember, so many people are doing business on their phones now. You really need to make sure that you're looking good, not just on a desktop or a laptop, but also on a phone. And here's what I look like when I actually tap on it. That's what it looks like. Now, let's look at that really fast because I do have a video and then I have a thumbnail. The thing about the video is always going to end up being a little bit shorter, like you can see. So if that is bothering you, then maybe don't have a video, but I think having a video is really important. Videos convert into sales. I mean, there's even a little thing on Fiverr that says videos convert 40% more, you have a 40% greater chance of converting your sale if you have a video. So I do think having a video is really important. It's just that the video always ends up looking a little bit distorted, as you can see right there. And that's just kind of par for the course. When I go and I swipe and I look at the next one, So here's like my video. That's like the thumbnail for the video. When I go and I look at my next thumbnail, it looks correct. So if it's bothering you to have a video where the thumbnail video looks kind of weird, you may just have to get over it, because I think videos really are powerful. But, if you just want to have 3 samples, just have 3 samples with, just thumbnails. And there's my other thumbnails, and they look fine. So, all right. So that is that. Thank you so much for watching through this. I'm going to go over the 6 steps for 6 figures on Fiverr right now, because there are 6 steps that will take you to 6 figures, I promise, if you do these. So let's go ahead and get into this. If you know the 6 steps, I guess I'll see you later, but you really should stick around. Before you go, though, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, of course, because there's new content every single week. Leave a comment. Also, I'd love to know what you sell on Fiverr. There's so many things that people do on Fiverr, and I'd love to know what you all do. So let's go ahead and get into the 6 steps. All right. This lovely basic graphic, my 6 steps to 6 figures on Fiverr. Number 1, and this is like the basis for all selling on Fiverr. You have to have good work. You have to be able to sell good work. Fiverr is not like it used to be, where, I admit, like, it was kind of crappy in the beginning. Now we're looking at, Fiverr's 10th year anniversary next year, and Fiverr's come a long way. A lot of really, really talented people are on Fiverr, and a lot of discerning clients are coming to Fiverr to find that really good talent too. So you need good work. Number 1, and you're going to need 3 of the best samples of your good work. Number 2, you're going to need a really great thumbnail and a really great photo. Your thumbnail needs to tell a story. It needs to tell a story of what you can do with text and with an image. Number 3, you need to work on your description and your keywords. Your keywords and your description are how people are going to find you in the algorithm when they search for whatever they need. So make sure that you are doing research, that you're looking at other Fiverr sellers who are coming up high in the search results, and you're just looking at them and you are borrowing their ideas, making them your own, making them better. Number 4, you will need to fill in the PDFs in your Fiverr gigs. Fiverr gives you not just 3 thumbnails and a video, but they also give you 2 slots for PDFs. Use this to your advantage. Tell more. Give your prospective clients even more about how amazing your services are in your PDFs. And I have videos about that as well. Number 5, you'll want to go ahead and, utilize the buyer requests, especially when you first get on Fiverr and you don't have a whole lot of work and you don't have a whole lot of repeat clients. Get on those buyer requests, and I've got videos on those as well. You can watch that video that I've got for buyer requests. People keep on talking that buyer requests are going to go away. Until they go away, I'm not going to stop talking about them. So as long as they're here, keep using them. And let's see, today is October, well, when the video comes out, it'll be October 7th. So as of October 7th, 2022, buyer requests are still around, so utilize them. And number 6, the last step, is to regularly update your gigs, do keyword research, do description research, look at other top sellers, see what they're doing, switch out your thumbnails, switch out your samples, and add more gigs. And that's how that works. The red circle that surrounds all of these steps is accountability/education. There are so many Facebook groups, so many little online groups that offer support, mentorship, accountability for Fiverr sellers. And whatever you sell on Fiverr, I'm sure you can find a Facebook group for people who freelance on Fiverr, and you all can support each other and talk about best practices. And that's accountability. The education piece of that is whatever your service is, keep on educating yourself, get more certifications so you can offer better services to your clients. For me, voiceover coaching doesn't end. I still continue to do it. I still continue to, have mentors and things like that. So accountability and education, it never, ever, ever stops. You never get to a spot where that ends. And then the green circle that surrounds everything is really important too, and that's stellar service. If you've got the best product in the world, but you are a jerk and you don't communicate and you don't deliver on time, you will not do well as a freelancer at all. So number one, you do have to deliver on time. And number two, it's, communicate, and communicate even more with your clients. They are trusting you. A lot of times they live all the way on the other side of the world. So they need to know that you've got their back. Don't make them worry. Don't make them guess. Let them know, as soon as you get the order, hey, thank you so much for giving me this order. I really appreciate. And then throughout the process, update them. Let them know where you are in the process. If you're just starting, the process, let them know, hey, I'm starting. I just wanted to let you know. If you have questions throughout, ask them questions or just update them and say, hey, I'm about halfway through. And then another piece of stellar service, here's just like a little pro tip. I always give my clients something extra. I either give them a coupon for like the next month, like, hey, you can use this coupon the next month for a voiceover. Or I'll give them a video of myself saying, hey, thank you very much. I just wanted to point out something about this order, just to let you know what I did. Or I will give them a little flyer that I have that just advertises my other services on Fiverr. And so it's always giving your clients something extra. And my clients love the videos. They love the coupons. They love the flyer that has all my other services. It gives them other ideas to know, like, oh, wow, she doesn't just, do a voiceover for my ads, but she can also do a voiceover for my voicemail system or our e-learning tutorial that shows our clients how to use our product, whatever. So give your clients a little bit extra, and that is stellar service. And you're on your way to 6 figures. I know you can do it. I guess I'm on my way now to 7 figures. So when I hit that, I guess I'll have another step or something like that. But please leave a comment. I would love to know what your service is on Fiverr, because it really is amazing how many freelancers there are in the world. It's like a new economy. It's like just a new piece of our world right now, freelancing. It's really amazing. So let us know what you do. I'd love to read about you. And thanks for watching. I will see you later. Bye.